Caitlin Clark focused heavily on her strength during the off-season, making it her top priority to get stronger both physically and mentally. She credited Sarah, the team's strength and conditioning coach, for putting in consistent work with her, day in and day out. That consistency became the backbone of her training regimen, and she was thankful for having that structure as she prepared for her second season in the WNBA. But while Clark worked on getting stronger, she likely didn't anticipate the kind of physicality that would spark one of the biggest viral moments of her rookie season. The preseason had already been competitive, but things escalated quickly during a matchup between the Indiana Fever and the Atlanta Dream. A clip shared across nearly every major social media platform showed Caitlin Clark being hit aggressively not once but twice in the same sequence. The first instance occurred when she received an inbound pass late in the second quarter and was met with a hard body check while trying to move toward the top of the key. Moments later, as she made a cut off the ball, she took an elbow to the ribs that caused her to visibly wince and hold her side. Social media erupted. Fans rushed to post the sequence with captions like "they're coming for her," and "that's not normal defense." What might have been dismissed as standard physical play quickly took on a more personal tone when slowed down. The footage suggested intent, and the reaction was immediate. The crowd inside the arena gasped. Commentators paused mid-sentence, and it was clear to anyone watching that this wasn't just a typical defensive stand. Despite the impact and the intensity of the moment, Clark kept her composure. She didn't react aggressively. Instead, she picked herself up, reset the offense, and continued playing through the contact. However, viewers noticed her quietly expressing her frustration to the referee, shaking her head and mouthing words that hinted she wasn't okay with what had just happened. When asked about it in the post-game press conference, Clark kept it short and sharp. "I can handle physical play, but that wasn't basketball." That single quote exploded online, fueling even more debate about whether she was being targeted intentionally by defenders. It became another example of Clark's signature calm under pressure, refusing to be rattled while delivering a message that couldn't be. As the clip went viral, WNBA players, past and present, jumped into the conversation. Some defended the Dream's physical approach, arguing that Clark, like every other player, needs to prove she belongs. One comment read, "Caitlin has to earn her place like we all did." Others pushed back. Skylar Diggins-Smith tweeted, "We want stars in this league, not injuries." Hall of Famer Lisa Leslie offered a pointed take on ESPN, saying, "There's a difference between physicality and hostility. What we saw looked personal." The incident quickly took on greater meaning, becoming symbolic of how the league treats its rising stars. Is Clark simply being challenged, or is she being targeted? Her rapid ascent has made her the face of women's basketball in a way the league hasn't seen before. She's bringing in sold-out crowds, major endorsement deals, and massive global media attention. But with that meteoric rise comes friction. For some veterans, her immediate spotlight feels threatening, and it's clear Clark is more than just a basketball player. She's a movement. That inevitably draws resistance. It's no longer just about defending Caitlin Clark on the court. Opponents are testing her resilience, her mental toughness, and her place in the league. This could be the first of many moments that define her transformation from promising rookie to generational icon. Fans weren't quiet about what they witnessed. As soon as the footage spread, Twitter exploded with hashtags like #ProtectCaitlin, #DirtyPlay, and #BanTheDream. TikTok creators jumped on the moment, editing the elbow into slow-motion clips, comparing it to an MMA foul rather than a basketball move. The buzz was impossible to ignore. The Caitlin Clark effect continues to pull fans in. State Farm Arena saw a surge in attendance, largely due to her presence, and even fans who had never watched the WNBA before tuned in out of curiosity. YouTube sports channels dissected the hit frame by frame, with some calling for immediate suspensions. Once again, Caitlin Clark was at the center of the basketball world. The Indiana Fever made it clear where they stand. Head coach Christy Sides was direct, saying, "We expect physical defense, but there's a difference between that and cheap shots. We won't tolerate that." The team has reportedly submitted the game footage to the WNBA League office for review and is pushing for tighter officiating, especially on off-ball contact. At practice the next day, team veterans were seen supporting Caitlin closely. One teammate was overheard saying, "They're going to try to break her. We're here to build her up." Eyes are now on the league office. This moment is more than a question of enforcing rules. it's a test for the WNBA's future. With Caitlin Clark drawing record-breaking viewership and unprecedented interest in women's basketball, the league has a golden opportunity. But if Clark isn't protected from aggressive or dangerous play, it could send the wrong message to the next generation of stars. Some league insiders believe a ruling is coming soon, possibly a fine or an official warning. However, the continued silence is starting to worry fans, who are asking, if not now, when? The way the WNBA handles this situation could set the tone for how it treats its most visible stars moving forward. Caitlin Clark's impact goes far beyond one controversial hit or one heated game. Her presence is reshaping how the media covers women's basketball, deepening rivalries, and forcing the league to reckon with how it nurtures and protects superstardom.